Hey guys and girls, we're back with the Elecfreaks Tinker Kit Project number 3, and this is going to be an Electro-Theremin. So this is like a little music device. I'll show you what an Electro-Theremin is. Okay, so we're going to need our breakout board, we're going to need our microbit, plug those in. You're going to need a cable, a passive buzzer, and you're going to need to plug this into pin 0. So pin 0 on the breakout board, keeping your colours matching: yellow to yellow, red to red, black to black. We're going to need a potentiometer, which is like a little analog twizzly switch that you can get different inputs and values from. So we'll plug that in with a wire and plug that into pin 1. Keep your colours matching. There we go. And then that will get plugged into our computer in a minute. Let's head over to Make Code and get started. Okay guys and girls, so we're here at the Make Code website. I'm going to hit New Project. And then once we've done that, we'll go down to Advanced and scroll down to Extensions. And we want the Tinker Academy. If it's not there, just search for it, just type in Tinker and it will install without any issues. So we're then going to create a variable. So a variable is like a box that we can store data in. So click variable and we're going to call it reading, like so. Click OK, and we've now got set reading 2. So we're going to pull that out. So we've got set reading 2, and then what we're going to do is under pins down here we should have analog read pin 0. We're going to get rid of the on start and we're going to have forever set reading to the analog read of pin 1, because pin 1 is not our passive buzzer, it's our little analog input. Okay, and that's fine, we want that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to basics and we're going to show LEDs. And actually what we're going to do is show number, get rid of the show LEDs, we don't want that. Show number. And then in here we're going to put our variable reading. Okay, so set reading, which is our variable, our box, to the analog read of pin 1, and then show reading, show the value that's been stored in the little box, and that's going to show it on the interface. Okay, so that's what we want. So we're going to then send this to the microbit and let's check out the microbit. Okay, so here's our microbit. We can see we've got a number on the screen and the number's 1. So with this pointing upwards, if we go all the way counterclockwise, that gives us the lowest number. Okay, so give it a second. So our lowest number is 1. If we turn it all the way clockwise until it stops, that will give us our highest number, which is 1020, and it should repeat 1020. So we need to record those two numbers. So 1 and 1020. Okay, so we're going to make a note. Okay, so now we know our lowest value and our highest value, with our lowest being 1 and our highest being 1020. We can actually get this working. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to create another variable, and we're going to call this note. Okay, and we're going to want the set note to block, which is here, and we're going to want a map. So the map's down under pins, just grab the map out. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to move the move this into here, and we're saying set note to, and we want it to be a range of things. We're going to set it to whatever the variable reading is, so whatever the little analog input tells reading to be. I'm going to click this into here. So we then want to put in our from low to high. So our lowest note was 1 and our highest note was 1020. Okay, so that's what we've got so far, and then we're going to set it to the lowest note and the highest note on the keyboard. So if you're not sure what the numbers are for the keys, go to music and let's grab ringtone middle C. Okay, we can click this and it brings up the keys. So if we click the lowest key, that's 131, and the highest key is 988. So let's click those in. So we've got 131 and what was it? 988. Okay, so what's happening with this bit of code is forever this will set the reading variable, the box, to the input from the analog. So the digital signal that the analog is the signal the analog is sending, and it will store it in reading. We'll show the number reading on the screen, and then here we're creating a variable called note, and we're storing in that the value of reading based on this little key or this little map here. So basically what that means is if we were on if reading equaled 1, for example, it would play the note 131. If the reading equaled 1020, then it would play the note 988, and as we twizzle the dial we'll get different notes in between. So that's that. Now this won't work as it currently stands, and if you're following the Tinker guidance it doesn't make it very clear. So I will contact them and ask them to make a little correction on this, because if you just run this on the Microbit, all you're going to get is a high-pitched squeak, because all it's going to do is play the high B. So what you need to do is grab the variable, and you need to grab note, and we want it to play the note. And of course the note's been set to the sound value we want. So that's how this works. So let's get this onto the mic. Okay, so it's a little bit hard to hear, but basically I'm going to turn, as you turn this, so this is all the way down at the value 1, we go all the way up, the sound changes. So I'll show you that with this closer to the mic. Okay, and that's just me turning the little dial. Now this was kind of used to make, or something similar to this was kind of used to make the little Star Trek noise, you know, the intro. So see if you can come up with that. That would be quite a cool little feat with this, and I'd be pretty impressed. And that's it really. That's that project. I'm not a fan of this project. It's pretty cool, and you can do stuff with it, but from the coding point of view it's just a bit clunky. But yeah, give it a go if you've got the kit and see what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share.